it's a big commitment. So just know.
Just know.
Sure.
And not know down there, know up in here,
And
know here, and then down there.
So,
what's up, guys? Hey, everybody.
it's your girl Toya.
And Kelly, baby, come over. And we are back with another video.
Why? Hey, my ear ringy.
Hey, baby, give me kill. Give me kill.
What are you doing?
So anyway, hey guys, we are
look
back
down, y'all.
with another video. We just finished our mukbang video, so go watch that if you haven't. It's our three-week update of our vegetarian challenge. And I thought, what?
Oh, what?
Let's do another video. Battery life is good. Let's get another video in.
She did.
So today's we're gonna do let's talk love and marriage.
She's so extra. Why? Oh.
It's the Pepsi, y'all. Don't blame me. I had yams.
Hey, your hands cold.
I told you it's freezing down here. If ever y'all had some candy yams, you know that sugar does this to me.
Oh yeah. Candy yams were sweet, just like they're supposed to be.
Yeah. So between the sugar and the
This Pepsi.
and my iced Pepsi, your girl is.
I should have had a whole cup of coffee or something. Hey, pipe down. Calm it down a little bit. Let's
Ain't
talk
got
to
no
the
pipe
people.
to pipe down there.
Oh Lord.
What we got? I got a cat.
Don't start.
So we created some topics that are dear to us and we're passionate about, and this is off the top of our heads, so bear with us. So this is Let's Talk Love and Marriage, and the first, should we do a series?
Yeah.
Let's talk Love and Marriage series, episode 1. This is gonna be fun. You want to tell them what the first topic is? I have 3 jotted down. Which one you want to go with?
How long should you date before you get married?
So how long should you date before marriage? This is a very, very interesting topic. It can be touchy for some. So again, we are not marriage counselors. We're not therapists. This is just our take, and a lot of our questions and feedback is going to be based on our marriage and relationship and experiences. Yes?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. So you want to start?
What video?
What?
Not the how we met video. I guess when we told our story. For you guys that haven't watched that video,
Which
we
one? The
were
how we met
together.
video?
Is that what we told our story?
I think so.
Our storyline? Yes, of when we met,
How we met.
when we got engaged, and when we actually got married. So, for you guys that do not know and have not watched the video, we've been together 5 years. We dated for 3 before I popped the question, and we were engaged for a year.
We lived together for
3
3.5 years.
3.5 years, yes. We moved in a year after dating. Yeah, we moved in a year after
Just
dating.
a little bit under. Was it a year? Just a little bit shy of a year.
Maybe a little bit shy. Yeah, a little bit
So
shy.
close
of
to a year. You can tell
It was
year.
close to a year. Yeah. We were like a few months off of a year. We moved in together, and then we lived together for 3 years. Got engaged, and then got married a year after being engaged. So that's our storyline of how we did it. So we were together 3 years. Pretty much we were together 3 years before I actually popped the question. So we didn't take a whole lot of time, I guess, being engaged.
A year? Well, we were engaged for 7. Was it 7 months?
Yeah. We got married a little
September.
over. We got engaged We were engaged over a year before we got married. Cause we got married I proposed in September. We got
That's
married
right.
in November.
Yeah, so a year, 2 months.
We started planning maybe 7 months.
That's what it was. That's what it's 7.
So,
I know the 7 is in there somewhere.
So
guys, you'll learn that I am bad with dates, but it's there. Just give me a minute to come.
We planned our wedding in 7 months, pretty much. So we were engaged a year and 2 months before we got married, but we planned our wedding in 7 months.
Right.
So I don't say. I guess we did enjoy our engagement.
We did. I think the beauty was getting engaged and not diving in wedding planning head first. We took time to enjoy being engaged, the proposal. We did a lot.
Yeah, it was
We did a lot. We did a lot with friends. We enjoyed like the friends that were there during the proposal. We just did a lot.
It was like 4 or 5 months.
Huh?
It's like 4 or 5 months. I think we started planning in March.
We took 7 months before too. Was it March?
We started planning in March.
You
It's you kissing me with this glitter.
You iridescent over here, boo.
No. Let me help her.
So we took some time. We took a few months before
We started planning.
and actually, I'm not gonna say we even sat down and planned it. We just was taking it all in. I remember we went to Pride literally the next day, and I'll insert the pictures there. And we just enjoyed being engaged. Now, being that we both knew what we wanted, where we had been, what we wanted, and where we was going, we knew that we were gonna take 2-3 years before we get married.
Oh, definitely not.
And I had a certain date in mind, so for us it was either 2018 or we'd have to wait to 2019 to get married because I had to have 11/11 as our wedding date.
Yes. So I didn't like the idea of getting married on a Monday, and just a piece of advice, it is cheaper to get married on Sundays.
Stop telling them it's cheaper, but it is not a whole lot cheaper. We were married in Atlanta, okay, in our hometown. Atlanta is a wedding destination. So if you're planning to get married in Atlanta, it's not going to be as cheap as it would be somewhere else, because again, Atlanta is a wedding destination now, so weddings here are very costly.
But it was cheaper to get married on a Sunday.
But it was cheaper. Was it like $1,500 cheaper, something like that?
Something give or take, yeah.
Yeah. So and then we also got a military discount, but nonetheless, the price of our venue, probably is the price of someone else's entire wedding. So again, because of the spot that we wanted, the venue that we wanted. So we got really lucky because a day that we wanted happened to be a Sunday. And again, Sundays happen to be cheaper than any other day. Well, I'm sorry, than Friday or Saturday. Apparently, Fridays and Saturdays are the most expensive days here in Atlanta to get married. We can't really speak for anywhere else right now because we only checked Atlanta.
Right. So now back to the original topic.
Right.
So how long should you date before you get married? Like we said, for us it was 3 years. Did I pick 3 years just out of blue? No, not necessarily, but I feel, my opinion, after 2 years, you should know if you see yourself spending the rest of life with that person. That's my opinion. So for me, it's 2 years. It took 3 because for us, we were doing other things. We wanted to buy our house. We just prioritized it differently. We wanted to buy our house. So I think that's when an extra year came into play. After 2 years, did I know? Yes. But that going into that 3rd year,
we knew we wanted to be in a home. We did not want to get married and move and go back
to
buy a rented location. No. We were renting a house just as big as this house that we purchased, but we wanted to go into something that was our own.
Right.
It was very important to us that we did it in that order. So we bought our home first.
And that's why I waited another year to propose. I had already been thinking about it, or whatever the case may be. I was pretty sure she was the one I wanted to spend the rest of my life with, but our priority was to buy our house first. So, but for me, it's 2 years. Babe, what do you think?
Your number is 2 years, so you think?
I think after 2 years, you should know if you want to spend the rest of your life with that person.
So you think a person should date for at least 2 years, is what you're saying?
Yes.
For me, I'm gonna say anywhere between maybe 2 to 3 years as well. 2 to 3 years. Ideally, to be 100% honest, 3 to 4 really, but in the LGBT community, 4 years you probably already married with kids and a dog and grand and maybe even grandkids. Okay, so
that's crazy you bring that up, babe, because I just read an article yesterday how it started overseas. I guess like in England, Netherlands, somewhere. They were the first, like Norway, them countries. They were the first to legalize same-sex marriages. But y'all, our percentage rate of divorce is the highest.
And that's another thing we did not want to be a part of. It breaks my heart, guys. We are very, very big same-sex marriage supporters, LGBTQIA advocates. And the one thing that it's always, we take...
But it's lesbians, y'all. Not gay men.
You don't know that because...
I read the article.
Oh.
I'm telling you about the article I read.
Where, is that just there or in the United States?
No, they said, they were saying over there because that's where it first. But the first couple that pushed it here in the United States, I think in Massachusetts back in like 2014, they're now divorced.
In Massachusetts?
Yes, in Massachusetts. They are now divorced. And they brought that up. They was like, it's hard to get the numbers from the U.S., but they did bring that couple up who fought for it to start it.
Blows my mind.
The same-sex marriages. They are now divorced. They divorced back in 2018 or 19, I believe. So they were married for 4 or 5 years. But this is related to the lesbians that are divorced rate.
We have the
percentage is higher.
I can believe
even
that.
more than
I
gay
can believe
males.
that because we see it a lot.
I guess they say we move fast. 2 days we done moved in with each other, cohabitating, and a year later we're married. But don't get me wrong, if that's your thing, by all means, because it works. So for some people,
sometimes
it works.
But you really have to. I think that you have to be sure of what it is that you are calling love. A lot of the times we're confusing love with lust. Lust and love is two different things. Just because somebody can sex you good and what? Just because somebody can blow your mind sexually does not mean that they can build a life with you. It does not mean this person will take care of you if you were ever to become ill, or not even worse, leave you hanging. You know what I mean? And then when you get married, marriage is like a business in a sense, and that person also, most importantly, becomes your family, and you take care of family. And a lot of the times we get caught up in the glitz and the glam, which is all good and dandy because we love those things as well. But you have to know what you're getting into. You have to be true to the commitment that you're making. And it is heartbreaking when I see people have weddings, for crying out loud, huge weddings, and to be separated, divorced 5-6 months later.
Yeah, some people don't.
And actively moving on, actively seeing someone else. To me, that is something in the community that is like the elephant in the room. We are not discussing this. We are not talking about this. And it has to be something that we figure out, why is this happening and how are we going to prevent this from happening? Because, I don't know if it's the same for everyone. And I guess I shouldn't be making any blanket statements. But in my opinion, when you marry someone, it's for the long haul.
It should be.
And people are not careful enough with other people's feelings and emotions. What might have been fun and games for you because you just wanted to get married, that other person probably made a solid commitment to you and was willing to spend the rest of their lives with you, and it was just fun and games for you. And I think that's what's happening a lot of the time. The relationship is unequally yoked. Y'all not really on the same energy path wave and on the same, you're just not really where you need to be before you talk about marriage.
Just take the time and date. If this person is for you, they're going to be for you.
Right.
Just take the time and date and really get to know.
Stop.
Some people are old-fashioned. They don't want to move in with each other until after your marriage, and that's fine.
Well, I don't agree with that.
No.
I'm sorry, that's old school. I feel like you have to live with someone before you know that you can be with this person the rest of your life.
This is true.
Now, again, nothing is impossible, but it is highly unlikely that you are going to be 100 okay with probably everything this person does. Because I can tell you, after 5 years of Toya and I being together, and we've lived together, and we're not married, and we have spent every day together since we started dating, other than the times that we're traveling, or I'm traveling because she doesn't really go without me. I'm still learning her and she's still learning me. And there are things that I'm learning about her and I'm like, wait a minute, you haven't been doing this. And she probably can say the same thing, right? Mm-hmm. But what I do know is, okay, overall, what I do know about her is outweighs the new things that I'm saying, or sometimes the new things may not necessarily be bad. They may just be a plus. Maybe, you know, an extra, like, oh, I like this. I didn't know this about you, you know? Mm-hmm. So you're constantly learning that person. But if you just go into you marry someone and it has been dates and date night throughout your whole relationship, you get what I'm saying? And now you're living together and you're wondering why this person is a whole different person, is because you all never lived together. It's different when we got to sit down and talk about the bills. It's different when we got to say, well, babe, we can't go out this weekend because our budget is not, you know, won't allow it. We have this goal that we need to reach. Or, you know, I messed up this, or this person has an emergency, or my family, you know, when you're outside of the relationship and you're not living together, you don't see those things. Right. A lot of that time you don't see that type of person. How this person handles financial stress, how this person handles emotional stress, you know, how this person deals with their family on a one-on-one, or I should say on a daily basis. You may not necessarily see all those things because when they're picking you up, it's just a good time. They're excited to see you. You guys are going to hang out. You know, you're going to have fun. Whatever it is you all do for fun, that's always exciting. But what happens when, you know, her hair wrap, her scarf on, and it's crunch time to get business done, and you know this person, and you're operating as a family, but you don't like the way you see what you see. But this person might have been going to the cash advance store to take you out. You don't know that. I need to know that before I get married. I'm for real. It's serious stuff.
But even if you are old-fashioned, nobody's saying going against that. But I think also still, if you date long enough, you'll have some nights you spend the night, or you stay a few days at a time. You have a drawer, your toothbrush there, enough to know, even though you're not living together. But if you date long enough, you're gonna spend a few nights at her place or a few nights at her place, whatever the case may be, where it's well enough to know, okay, I think I can spend the rest of my life with this person. Or you know that you could spend the rest of your life with this person. So if you choose to still be old-fashioned, there's nothing wrong with that, but yet date long enough to realize, because then you guys moving together, get things going, be like, oh, wait a minute. Have a lot of conversations.
Like, I don't even like this person.
Yes.
I don't even
have
like
a lot of conversations. The tough conversations, the one you don't want to have.
The ones that you're afraid to have. Have those conversations.
Because you gotta know. You gotta know
how this person is around their family. Those are conversations and this is probably another topic. I won't get too much into that. But taking the time to date that person and getting to know that person would answer a lot of those questions.
And I think it goes back to 2 years to me is a sufficient enough time. So you guys, 2 years minimum in my opinion. You should date and really take the time to get to know each other before you get married. Nobody's knocking, this is just our opinion. Nobody's knocking if you do it any sooner or definitely even later. But it's a big commitment.
Yeah, it's a big commitment.
If you're doing it later, that's even more great. If you're doing it sooner, if you know, you know. But it's a big commitment. So just know.
Just know. Sure. And not know down there, know up in here, know up here, and then down there. So yeah, we see so many times where, I mean, again,
I know I have friends that have been divorced. Babe, you have friends that have been divorced, so
and shouldn't even been married to begin with.
That's
you
another thing.
You don't want to be the
you want to be the supportive friend,
but knew damn well they ain't had no goddamn business getting married or engaged. You know. But people want what they want.
There's steps to that thing. You date, you can get engaged, and some people after they get engaged, they move in, and then they realize,
yeah, and
that's okay. Think about it. A breakup is totally different than a divorce.
Exactly.
So it's
calling
okay
an engagement off is okay. It's not a bad thing. But getting married and having a wedding, not just the wedding either. I don't want to just put the emphasis on the wedding, but becoming one, quote unquote,
You may just commit to one another and then
in front of your family and friends and loved ones, and you have to say, you know what, I don't want to be married anymore.
But that goes to when you're
fucking
dating
this other person and decide I don't want to be married no more. You know, if you know you haven't gotten it all out of your system, don't get married.
Yes, take the time. Just take the time, guys. Date. Just
Date.
Date.
Find out. You know, is this a healthy relationship that I'm going to be in? That I'm in. Find out how this person handled those things that we mentioned before. Find out if this person is emotionally stable.
Yeah, I just don't think
stable.
You find all that stuff out in a few months.
You just don't.
I think it just
because
takes
you
time.
still in. I mean, to each his own, and you guys do what you want to do. It's your life.
It's just our opinion, guys. So,
but in my opinion, of watching others I have not been wrong or seen any different since or yet. In a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, even 12 month period, 99% of the time you are still dealing with the representative. Okay, that person still have their best face on, they A game. You're still dealing with that person that's blowing you off your feet. You haven't got the other person yet. You need to see that other side. You need to peel that onion back, that onion. And say, if this person completely naked, stripped of everything, can I still love this person wholeheartedly? Can I keep this commitment that I made to this person? If they can't wine and dine me, if they can't take me shopping, if they can't buy me these nice things, if they can't, women experience it all the time, can I perform the same way that they used to? Or, because some people can't handle, some people handle stress differently. Whether that be their sex drive, whether that be attention, some people go into depression. Work may be too stressful for them where they want to be left alone. Right. You just never know. Those are things you need to know about your partner before you say I do. So definitely take the time to date that person. Take the time. 2 years. Take the time.
That's minimum.
To know. And let me tell you, we're in a good place. We've always been in a good place. And I must commend Toya. I'm okay with the time that she took. I would tease her about it here and there.
It took her 3 years.
But never been the type of person to press for a ring. I don't believe in that because I feel like I may know in my heart that I love this person and I can spend the rest of my life with her, but it's very important that she feels the same way organically. You get what I'm saying? I don't want her to feel like, well, I don't want to leave. I don't want to lose her right now. I don't know if I want to marry her, but what I do know is I'm not ready to stop fucking with her. So I'm going to just give her a ring so I can shut her up. No, that's not healthy. So I would never, that's why I would never, that's why I say I commend her for that, because although, she was a sweetheart and I knew that she loved me that much, it didn't affect her thought process. It didn't affect the way she wanted to do things. And a lot of people don't get that. And a lot of people, they wonder, or not.
I have my beliefs.
Those are that's one of the things that I loved about her. Because she was able to balance, and having that healthy balance is so important. She didn't let her feelings and the whatever sex, whatever you want to call it, get the best of her and say, I'm just gonna jump in head first without even thinking.
Not at all.
So 2 years.
I have my goals. Yeah, that's minimum. That's
minimum 2 years.
Yes, that's minimum. I think after 2 years of spending, I guess for us, we were together every day. Except, like you said, when she traveled back home without me, or
a couple times you went back home to Alabama.
Yeah, I went to Alabama. I had to stay overnight. So besides that, we were together every day.
But the trust, guys, like, again, our relationship is unique to us.
We believe in missing each other. So going away, I missed her or whatever because we were together. We were so used to being together every day.
But the trust is what I was going to touch on. We have always had trust in our relationship.
Oh, yeah.
When she says, okay, babe, I'm going to get on the road. My sister picking me up, or I'm going to my sister's house and I'm going to get in her car. I don't need her to check in after that. Because when she said, I trust her to say, okay, well, I know this is what she's going to do. She's going to Alabama. She'll call me when she get there, or she'll call me when she get in the car, whatever. If I do call it, maybe, sometimes your intuition is like, give her a call and it's to see if that she's okay. And I think the same with vice versa.
Yeah.
Like,
that's more. Send me a text
again,
let me know
you don't need to be marrying nobody that you got to police. You cannot police your partners. If I have to worry about what she's doing, her and I don't need to be together, and vice versa.
Not at all.
We're just not doing it. Life is too short for that. I'm not gonna police you. We're gonna have trust. I trust that we both know that we've been
dating for minimum.
Right. We are done playing. We knew that when we started dating. So of course we wouldn't bring no foolishness. We didn't bring it into our dating stage. We definitely not bringing it into our marriage.
So yeah.
So again, that's why it's so very important to take the time. We knew when we said our I do's, we knew exactly what we were getting into. And a lot of people say, well, how does it feel like being married? We were already there. We just didn't have the paperwork. Nothing really changed for us other than that feeling of, I think, a more permanent.
Yeah, that's about it.
Other than that,
there was no big, but people love to say I wifed them to death.
Well, yeah.
Besides
but
that,
again, that's that permanent legal thing that changed. But our relationship in itself.
Definitely not. What I was saying was we spent every day together except a few days here and there. So we really, really took the time to date and know each other. So I guess for us, that's why I say the 2 years, because you spend a lot. If you're dating somebody, y'all spend a lot of time together. You feel that person, you spend a lot of time together. You're asking the tough questions, you're having the tough conversations.
Right.
It's not always all fun and games. Even in dating stages, if you date long enough, everything's not going to be peachy game. You're going to have some disagreements if you date long enough. I mean, some people, I guess, after a few days or a few months, they do go ahead and get married. Like, again, guys, I keep repeating, like, this is our opinion. And they realize throughout their marriage, and they stick through it, though. So, it's not a bad thing, but for us, our opinion, how long you should date before you get married, my minimum is 2 years, because I think that is enough time. You spending time together, you're dating, having tough conversations like you should know by then whether you're going to continue this relationship or this person, you don't see yourself spending the rest of your life with this person. So, yeah. Alright, guys. I think that's it.
2 to 3 years.
2 to 3 years. Definitely.
What about engaged? Well, engaged is another one. 2 to 3 years before.
Dating before you get married.
So you can spend a year engaged. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
But at least 2 years.
At least 2.
Because it's cheaper to just call off the engagement than it is to get divorced.
It is, definitely.
And ideally, you should want your wedding to be, your marriage to be that one and one only.
Definitely, and that's my
again. Life happens. People do grow apart, but you should try to make a conscious enough decision, a healthy enough decision to say, well, this is it for me.
I'm only doing this thing one time. So,
one time, 2 years a day. Guys, I don't know. It's the sugar. One time, 2 years a day.
It's 2 years. Babe, cut it out. So, guys, that's our opinion. Comment below and let us know what you guys think. How long you should date before you get married. So this is episode 1.
Let's talk love and
marriage. Episode 1. Alright guys, as always, if this is your first time watching this video, our channel, the KAT fam, welcome. Stop what you're doing. Go and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. Definitely hit that notification bell so you can know when we upload a video. Return to subbies. Y'all know we love you guys. Thanks for rocking with us. Like, comment, share,
and always live life boldly.